Hello and welcome to Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV and to part 5 of our Bring Back Max Power series, where we are continuing to look at the July 1999 edition of Max Power magazine. So why are we bringing back Max Power? Well, it's quite simple. On the 14th of July 2024, we're hoping to be attending the Max Power reunion show at the Staffordshire County Showground. So why not grab yourself a brew and join me in part 5 of Bring Back Max Power. So, we kick off this part with drive-by shooting, poking the barrel of a loaded Polaroid up the nose of a motor near you. So this is basically the reader's ride sections. So we'll just sort of highlight a couple of cars that have taken our interest here. So we've got the Seat Ibiza 2 litre GTI. And let's have a look at this Iced Cavalier. Next up, we have an advert for Car Plan's Nitrox Power. Before we go into the Max Buying Power, we've got a mega amp test, fresh stuff, tuning industry troubleshooters, Max Cars, and Speed Shop. So let's crack on. So in fresh stuff, we have some Speedline Corsa rims, GTT Lobster back inlet elbow. If you had a Mark IV Escort, then you could use the ESP quad lamp flush panel. And if you wanted to try and replicate the Venoms, then there was the AEZ Simas. On the theme of quad conversion kits that we've seen on the Mark IV Escort, you could also get it on your Renault Clio as well. Some Pro Sport alloy handles, polished fire extinguisher, and some kits for so we have our Wings West Integra, the ABT Bora, and let's go down to this one here. And we featured the Neon earlier, then why not have a check out the Wings West Neon kit? Then we have an advert for 100% K&N filters, a Swift Isetta shift, some tri-grip screwdrivers, Pirelli P6000 Power J tyres, some GTT gauges and consoles, Origin subwoofer box, the Wings West Focus body kit, a Tarox 200th upgrade. Before moving over to it, we have an advert for Rizla papers and an advert for the AA driving school. How to please yourself. Ask your mum to drop you off around the corner from a party. Stand in the bus shelter to keep the rain off your new designer jacket. Tell yourself that running for the last bus is keeping you fit. If you can't get a lift, you can always spend Saturday evenings at home. Or you can learn to drive with the AA. We then have your STP fuel injector cleaner. Keep your pizzles perky. That's an advert for STP. Got a Halford's battery charger, a Van Aken Puma Turbo, Boy Punt Skyline range, and some Stamina rims. We then have some suspension kits from VW Hansen, the Rediston Sport Track tyre, Race Logic K-Series tuning for your Rover, and some show plates. before moving on to an advert for Motec, Scorpion exhaust system from only £195. You've got the lovely Joe Guest there as well. And we have an advert again for Motec, this time a double page spread. So you've got a variety of cars from the Clio, 19, Cinquecento, XR2, Mondeo, Golf 205 GTI. The brakes and exhaust you could get for his car. Then if you've upgraded your brakes and exhaust, maybe you could look at some wheels, again from Motec. So you've got your M3 replicas there, you've got TSW, Team Dynamics, Fundamental. Then if you're finished with the alloys, then you can maybe get a steering wheel for your car. Before moving on to wheelbase, have you got the latest wheelbase catalogue? And I think that model there was Karen White. And again, a double page spread for wheelbase. Full range of Rondell, Lawrencer, BBS, Alpina, AMG and Borbit wheels in stock. Set of speed lines there, they always suit Vauxhall Novas. You could also get yourself a Magnex DTM from £95. Then a double page spread for Auto XS in Milton Keynes. Again, specialists in Scorpion, tyre deals, specialists in Team Dynamics, TSW. Then moving over, you've got your Lauren kits like the springs, suspension exhausts, K&N 57i, aftermarket steering wheels, brakes, more suspension. Then we have an advert for Pipercross, desirable, exciting, no, not the girl. The new performance induction kits from Pipercross. Air filters as used by World Rally Champions. Then we move on to the TITS, the tuning industry troubleshooters. So we've got Frank the Wrench Manx, Huge J-Teens and Styling, Ian Cartainment and Ice, and Sylvester J. Montague II in the Bazaar. So let's have a wee go check out on some of the letters that readers were sending in. So let's go to Bazaar. I was wondering if I could get Jordan's autograph now that she works at Max Power. I think she's great. Apparently she just sits on the loo reading Max Power all day. If you really want her autograph, then get to Max Power Live at the NEC from July the 2nd to the 4th, 1999. Ice. I need your Scouse wisdom on ice. I've got a bright yellow Proton Compact and not much cash, but I crave a top install. Any ideas? And at the time we recommended a long mill gear. Could do the whole system for less than £1,000. They do a double DIN CD tape deck, and speakers are shit hot. And again, another 2 pages dedicated to the tuning industry troubleshooters. Let's go for Peugeot 405 MI16 tuning. I've got a 405 MI16 and it's got a really bad flat spot. There's no power up to 4,000 RPM. And their advice is the MI16 requires you to run a lambda sensor, so leave it in place. It could be dirty or faulty, which in turn could be the cause of the flat spots. Then again, the lambda sensor may be fine, and one of the other sensors could be causing problems. Their advice is to get down to a rolling road, and they'll be able to tell you what the problem could be. and another page dedicated to the TITS, the troubleshooting independent troubleshooters. Tuning independent troubleshooters. Sorry. I got flashed by a speed camera as I was approaching it. Can I get done? I'm a bit worried as I've already got 9 points. Apparently they can't get you if you're driving towards them. You deserve to lose your licence for being stupid. Then we have an advert for Extreme Wheel and Tyre Centre, and you can see them at the Max Power Live on the 2nd to the 4th of July 1999. Then we have an advert for Elite, before moving on to Peter Maiden Components. So if you had a Vauxhall, no doubt sure, Peter Maiden would be able to help you. Also, Peter Maiden specialised also in Peugeots and Citroens as well. And again, we have a double page spread for Peter Maiden. Then we have a double page spread advert for BK Racing and Powerflow exhausts. Again, you could get your replica BMW M3 alloys, your Alpina alloys, your sort of BK sort of TSW replicas as well. And if you wanted to get some BK alloys and a Powerflow exhaust, then let's see if we can find any in Scotland for you. So, if you were between Edinburgh and Glasgow, you could get these at Carluke Alloy Wheels. Also available at Cartech in Perth and C&S Tyres in Elgin. Then you have an advert for Computer and Video Games Magazine, the most exciting games mag on earth. Next up, we have an advert for TSW wheels. This is the Evo R. So you could get this in a 15, 16, 17 and an 18-inch wheel. Before moving on to Max Motors, so first of all we've got Nigel's Sunny GTIR, that's the editor. This month the power's gone to our Ed, all 270 brake of it. Then we have Damon's VW. Damon takes his VW to GTI International and pulls a crowd. We then have an advert for the Yokohama A520 tyre, before moving on to Gary's Proton. The Malaysian motor is earning its keep, 8 weeks old, 6,000 miles, and it's already modified. Then we have Arthur's Peugeot 205. So that was the next editor of Max Power magazine, John Sovereign. Peugeot's getting a front end respray, so Arthur's on his bike. Then we have an advert for Simone's back to black bumper care. You can't touch a back to black bumper. Not just bright, brilliant. Then we have Natalie's RS Cabrio. Nat's Cabrio undergoes a shocking transformation thanks to RGM and Upwood Motors. Then we have Nick's AXGT. The man with more debt when Cuba finds cheap insurance. Then it goes to Jessie's Alpha. Alpha's ill, really ill. Poor girl only just made it to her new home. Then we have next month in Max Power. So you have Colossal Summer Issue, Mega Kit, Top Cars and the shocking Rude Amanda Robbins. Plus free stickers. Who do you think you are? Colin Bloody McRae? Then we've got an advert for Canon car mats. Do you love her enough to use ribbed protection? And we're just going to finish on these last 2 pages. This is an advert for Pecco award-winning quality, unbeatable low prices. So if you wanted a Pecco exhaust, where in Scotland could you have gone in 1999? I can't remember if I've actually said where the garages you could get yourself a Pecco exhaust system, but I'll just highlight just a couple. So you could get them at Auto Image in Edinburgh and Glasgow, Carnisia in Edinburgh, Checkpoint in Aberdeen, S-Sport Dunfermline, Falkland Performance in Glenrothes, Wheelspin in Edinburgh. And who do Liverpool players secretly blame for the state they're in? What's it like to take the punch that puts you in a coma? And when can Glenn McGrath smell your fear? Well, you can find out in Total Sport magazine. So, that's it for part 5 of our Bring Back Max Power series. As I said at the start of the video, we're doing this because the Max Power reunion show is on the 14th of July 2024 at the Staffordshire County Showground again. If you want to know more information about the Max Power reunion show, then check out the Max Power reunion show website, Facebook page and Instagram page. And we'll be back in a future video of Bring Back Max Power very soon. But as always, don't forget to like and subscribe at Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and we'll catch you soon.